Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. For Phoenix number 14, DeWanna Bonner.
Pouring one out for the career of DeWanna Bonner. Pouring one out for the career of DeWanna Bonner because she is washed.
The Indiana.
One of the most intense and emotional games of the season quickly developed from what seemed to be a routine matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Mercury.
With DeWanna Bonner getting booed as soon as she entered the game. Shout out to all the fans in the building that were like, you know what? You did this organization dirty. You did the fans dirty. You did your teammates dirty. Our first chance we get when you come into the basketball game, we are going to boo you and boo you so you hear it.
The Fever were already struggling with Caitlin Clark out due to a groin injury. But things really heated up when DeWanna Bonner returned to Indianapolis for the first time since her turbulent and dramatic exit earlier this season.
DeWanna Bonner, much to the Fever fans, in attendance, much to their credit, they did play nice tonight. Good job. They booed the hell out of DeWanna Bonner. And then Alyssa Thomas started jawing at the fans. Well, let me understand something. You want fans booted out of arenas, but it's okay for you to talk shit?
When I say that her exit was messy, I mean full-on drama. Bonner's homecoming was tense and filled with explosives from the moment she stepped into the arena, so she wasn't just any ordinary athlete making a return.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. Coming in for Phoenix number 14, DeWanna Bonner.
Look at Satu Sabali clap, and she ended up getting clapped by the Indiana Fever. Nasty work, Satu Sabali. You played like Ash, by the way.
That is her first team second.
This is a crazy story, so let's take a quick look back before continuing. DeWanna Bonner, a 6-time WNBA All-Star and 2-time champion with Phoenix, was expected to be the Indiana Fever's secret weapon this season.
It's disrespectful the way DeWanna Bonner quit on this team. This is sports. You women's basketball players and women's basketball fans sit up here and act like everything is supposed to be peaches team all the time. Stadiums, arenas, everybody players. Especially when there's a fallout, some goofy shit that happens, man.
In February 2025, the Fever picked Bonner as a top free agent. She was the season coach who was meant to guide Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston to victory. With a $200,000 salary, she was the club's third highest paid player, and expectations were high.
The Fever signed Bonner this offseason, a 2-time WNBA champ, to help this young core bring the franchise back into title contention. The Fever have only won one title in 2012, and prior to last season, they had not made the playoffs 7 years. So while experience is an important factor in helping a team return to title contention, so is fit. And what I've learned from multiple sources is that from the onset, the fit between the Fever and Bonner was not a good.
But things quickly went south. Bonner started as a starter but was benched after only 3 games. She only appeared in 9 games altogether, which was unexpected for such a well-known acquisition. She only averaged 7.1 points and 3.8 rebounds on 34.5% shooting, which was a dismal performance. Remember that she had scored in the double digits for 15 straight seasons before to this. Her games with 0 field goals actually outnumbered those with 10 or more points. That proves how severe it was.
I boo people for less. I boo people for less. Like if somebody played for my team, my favorite team, and they left after 9 to 10 games, you know, wasn't a good, I'm sure she dealt with some shit. I'd feel the type of way her coming back into my house. That's just fandom, okay? So, again, open to constructive feedback. I think that's sports, man. I'm going to be booing people all the time. I love it. Boo. I love booing.
But it became much more severe. Bonner would be taking a leave of absence for personal reasons, the Fever stated in mid-June. However, no timeline or details were given. After more than 2 weeks, she allegedly asked for a swap. She claimed to have stopped playing and no longer wanted to be there. According to insiders, Bonner eventually stated that the fit didn't work out and that it was bad from the beginning. Instead of becoming the team's season leader, she effectively quit. The Fever tried to trade her but were unable to find a buyer. So, on June 25th, they waived her. A few days later, on July 8th, she signed a new deal with the Phoenix Mercury, the team that launched her career.
After 3 games in a starting role, Bonner was moved to the bench in favor of guard Lexi Hull, and 6 games later, she was done with the Fever. The Fever originally cited personal reasons for her absence, but what I learned later, again from multiple sources, was that the team was actually actively shopping her on the trade market.
On July 30th, DeWanna Bonner, wearing a Phoenix Mercury uniform, triumphantly returned to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. When she checked in with 7 minutes left in the first quarter, the crowd burst into loud, unrelenting jeering. Outraged fans even called at her to quit her. Bonner had to endure the blatant disdain in quiet. Because she was upset by Bonner's treatment, her fiancé, Alyssa Thomas, was seen yelling back at spectators. But more importantly, the Indiana Fever played a superb game without Bonner. Despite Caitlin Clark's injury, the team dominated the court.
They had a couple of players that really showed up big. It just went final 101. Fever over the Phoenix Mercury. That's right, the DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, Mercury. And yeah, there was some drama. I'm sure something is going to be said by one of the two of them during the game press conference. There's just no way around it.
With a career-high 27 points, Ari McDonald, who wasn't even on the club when the season started, dominated the Mercury. Aaliyah Boston added another 22 points and 12 rebounds to complete her 4th straight double-double. The most brutal moment? With the first 14 points of the 4th quarter, Boston made it clear they didn't need Bonner. The Fever won 107-101, and the game was never close. Sophie Cunningham and Damaris Dantas both scored 12 points. This was a true team effort and showed what the Fever might accomplish without all the drama. However, Bonner had a difficult recovery. Although playing 21 minutes, she was only able to grab 1 rebound and score 4 points on 1 of 4 attempts. Seeing players who weren't even anticipated to be important surpass a WNBA legend was breathtaking.
DeWanna Bonner is absolutely washed. The most washed player. Go retire with dignity. Go retire with dignity. A heartfelt tribute to the Indiana Fever by putting up the exact performance you gave for 9 games for the Fever. DeWanna Bonner, thank you. Thank you for... I know it took a lot of games. It in fact took you... But thank you for finally helping the Fever win a game.
After the game, Mercury player Kahleah Copper was furious with the way Fever fans treated Bonner. "I just don't get it, she's a legend who's done so much for the league," she said during the press conference. The mockery and contempt were shocking. She said nothing, and we stood by her in spite of the criticism from certain fans. Because of her genuine kindness, their fan base's behavior was really awful. The Mercury's coach, Nate Tibbetts, saw things differently. "The jeering is common in sports, especially when a player leaves a team on bad terms," he remarked. He said, "That's how sports work. You shouldn't expect a warm welcome if you quit on a team." The most remarkable aspect? The Indiana Fever organization and players were calm and behaved honorably in spite of...
I don't understand. Like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league.
Stop. What has DeWanna Bonner done for this league?
And just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the...
That's a lie. DeWanna Bonner definitely said a word. Don't worry, Kahleah Copper. We brought the receipts.
The crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we had her back.
Of the chaos. To be clear, Bonner was not transferred or cut because she didn't want to. She quit. After taking the money and playing badly for 9 games, she just stopped attending games. The Fever invested $200,000 in even her though with they the handled the expectation situation that she would be elegance. A seasoned squad leader. They wasted salary Instead,
cap space,
she did a bad job time for them trying to and fit her when in things became and ignored tough. potential. Fans that buy tickets and jerseys and never give up on their team were promised. The story's best part was how it showed the Indiana Fever's strength without DeWanna Bonner. The system wasn't the reason Phoenix was more skilled since she was missing easy shots and played more games without scoring than with double digits. Especially this was less about expertise and more about effort and professionalism. Showed that the Fever had real stars who really wanted to be there. These sportsmen work hard for every win and cherish every chance they have. The Fever are now 15-12 and on a 3-game winning streak without their greatest player. They are above .500 for the first time since 2015.
about a
This team is real.
star
They
some
beat
bullshit.
a playoff Mercury club with
Completely
ease.
lost
Bonner,
respect for
meanwhile,
your
feels more at
punk
home in
ass, man.
Phoenix now that she's back. Even there, however, the
What
Mercury
truly
have
annoys
lost
me
4 of their last
is the
5
difference in the
games.
level of fan
They are
and player
16 to
loyalty.
10, but they are
We are
not
told
meeting
that DeWanna
championship
Bonner is
standards.
leaving for the sake of
in
her
reality,
career and that it's
Bonner
just
probably
business.
chose what was
But
best
when
for her.
supporters voice their
She is more
disapproval,
comfortable
they are
playing
suddenly
with her
accused of
fiancé,
being impolite.
Alyssa Thomas,
Rather
in
than having
Phoenix
a
as she is
personal
not
grudge
burdened
against
with
her,
the responsibilities.
fans are
Of an
upset because she
experienced
took
leader.
their money,
It
abandoned
does
the
not,
team,
however,
and wasted their
excuse
time.
her behavior
Those who
against
provide
Indiana.
the team with emotional
She might
and
have
financial
spoken the
support
truth
have a right
immediately,
to
or she
respond
could have
that way.
worked harder to make it
Kahleah
work.
Copper claims that while
Instead,
Bonner is a
she
good
chose
guy,
the easier
things
path
didn't
and
work
left
out.
the fever fighting.
Being kind
In
outside
the
of
end,
court does
supporters
not,
have a right to
however,
better.
excuse rude
These
behavior
people devote
within.
time and
The
resources
delicate
to
statement,
WNBA
the situation
fandom.
didn't
Support
work,
their team
simply
no
means
matter
that she
what,
gave up
and
when
insists
things
that players give it
became
their all,
tough.
particularly
This
during
creates a
difficult
negative perception for the WNBA
Bonner was
that
subjected
veteran
to
players may
taunts that were
sign
intended to
contracts,
keep her
play
accountable,
badly,
rather
and
than
quit
to
at
be
any
insulted
moment
without suffering
Supporters were
consequences.
stating, "You can't
What
treat
sort
our
of
team
example
like
does
this
it
and expect
establish
us
for
to be
younger
okay.
players?
That's not rudeness.
For fans, that's
What
real feeling. Message does it convey? Why should anybody invest in the league when players may just end their contracts? The Indiana Fever lost, even though they handled the situation with elegance. They wasted salary cap space, wasted time trying to fit her in, and ignored potential signings because they
Let me
thought
know in the
Bonner would be
comment
their
section
season
below,
leader.
what has DeWanna Bonner done for this league? Prior to 2023, no casual fan, probably still no casual fan, has any idea who DeWanna Bonner is. Couldn't pick her out of a lineup. Other than teach these new players how to fleece an organization, how to rob an organization blind, how to quit on your team. Other than those three, what has DeWanna Bonner done for this league? Genuine questions. I'm open-minded.
But here's the absolutely beautiful.
The story's best part was how it showed the Indiana Fever's strength without DeWanna Bonner. The team that played Phoenix was more skilled, hungry, and united than before. Aaliyah Boston's outstanding performance, especially those 14 points in a row in the fourth quarter, showed that the Fever had real stars who really wanted to be there. These sportsmen work hard for every win and cherish every chance they have. The Fever are now 15-12 and on a 3-game winning streak without their greatest player. They are above .500 for the first time since 2015. This team is real. They beat a playoff Mercury club with ease. Bonner, meanwhile, feels more at home in Phoenix now that she's back. Even there, however, the Mercury have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They are 16-10, but they are not meeting championships.
She went absolutely bananas in the first half of this game. She did. She had a massive game, career high. This in the first half, 17 points, 2 assists, 3 of 3 from three-point range. She wasn't done. She wasn't done. Let's do this. Sophie Cunningham came up big in the fourth. Lawson came up huge in the fourth. She was struggling. And then at one point, she had scored 14 points in 4 minutes in the fourth. And I couldn't believe it. She actually got a whistle tonight.
In reality, Bonner probably chose what was best for her. She is more comfortable playing with her fiancé, Alyssa Thomas, in Phoenix as she is not burdened with the responsibilities of an experienced leader. It does not, however, excuse her behavior against Indiana. She might have spoken the truth immediately, or she could have worked harder to make it work. Instead, she chose the easier path and left the Fever fighting. In the end, supporters have a right to better. These people devote time and resources to WNBA fandom, support their team no matter what, and insist that players give it their all, particularly during difficult situations. Bonner was subjected to taunts that were intended to keep her accountable, rather than to be insulting. Supporters were stating, "You can't treat our team like this and expect us to be